Hello, welcome to this webinar on Televic Conference and the rental industry. I'm Peter Jan. I'm here with my colleague Stefan.
Morning.
Perhaps first in the chat we can have some feedback if our sound is loud and clear, if we're coming through. Okay, so our webinar is going to take maximum 45 minutes. Just like previous time, there is a chance to win Amazon vouchers. So you have 3 polls over our website, which give you the opportunity to win. If you want to watch later, recording of this webinar will be available in a few hours. Questions can be addressed in the chat, but if we prefer that you schedule a conversation with us for further discussion for specific needs or questions. So this webinar is not about a specific product. That's not what we are focusing on today. We are focusing on how Televic can improve your conference events. These are some examples: the global presence of the Televic product range in large summits, International Transport Forum in Germany, NATO Top in Luxembourg, FIFA Gathering, all events that were done by partners that work with Televic equipment in 2023. I'm going to give you a bit of an overview on where we come from. Afterwards, we're going to get some general aspects. My colleague Stefan will give you some highlights on the Televic products, and then I'll give some information on our rental alliance. So where do we come from? Well, Televic was founded in 1946, and at the early days, we had a very strong focus at the European institutions. That is why we started our first conference and simultaneous interpretation system in 1972 already. So we went full digital in 1999 and are now continuously growing and providing the world with our better understanding. Innovation is in our DNA, which means that we are continuously working to improve our products and approach, again, to support that better understanding. Our products are made in the EU. Our company has a focus only on conference and simultaneous interpretation. Our presence is global. We tend to be very easy accessible, as well as persons as to find information. Partners, they can access our training academy for trainings, certifications. And then, if that is not enough, we'll go to our knowledge base. Our products can serve large and very small setup, depending on the needs, including hybrid aspects. But also worth mentioning is our best-in-class audio, which gives you immediately broadcast ready. Our product range is very complete, full product range with ISO compliance. Our installations can handle wired and wireless mixed together. And this wired part goes all over one standard Cat5 shielded cabling. That same cable manages the audio and the video just on that single cable. And with video, I mean low latency video distribution without any extra hardware or cabling needed. And that is 6 video feeds. Redundancy possibilities are created by loop. And then we have 64 in and 64 out Dante channels available in one central unit. It's one U rackable unit. This gives us the best flexible audio routing in the market. Furthermore, if you want to do your own programming, we have an extensive open API. Our Plexus network is a dedicated conferencing network on that Cat5 cabling, but furthermore, we are open to integrations and connecting to other equipment. Time is money, certainly for events. And that is why efficiency in setup and programming is very important. We start with our very limited rack space that is needed, which gives less space, but also less weight to handle to go to the event. When you go there, there is a very easy cabling method with no dedicated in and out. You just plug it anywhere there is a connector. The easy configuration makes it very fast and very easy to set up. And during the event, you can very easily hot swap faulty units. Furthermore, there is an embedded room server. That means that key functionalities run on the central unit, so you do not depend on a PC during your event. All to make it easy, an easy setup, easy and intuitive customer interface, as well as for the users, as for the operators. One software to manage all the units, as well as wired and wireless, all combined together. As an example, you can do fast configurations. For example, breakout rooms. If you need to change the settings in a setup, then you can do this just with a click on the web browser. So you do not have to go on every individual unit to change or reconnect them. And that altogether makes it a system that is also very easy to put it at dry hire. So I mentioned the poll questions at the beginning. This is where we are now. Our first question is, how many Dante channels are available in the Plixus system? You have a choice on A3264. Give you a few seconds to start the poll, and then I hand over the floor to my colleague Stefan, who will give you more information about our products.
Thank you, Petrian, for this great introduction already and this great start to this webinar. Today, I would really like to talk a little bit about our product specifically. I won't go into full detail on all specific types we have and all features we have, but I really want to focus on the features that are specifically important for our rental companies, our rental partners. For this, I would like to start off with the first product being the Confidea Flex. The Confidea Flex is our wired device, and it's really a comprehensive unit with many, many capabilities. For instance, it's just the start, it's a discussion unit, but it also has the capability to have interpretation. So it has a built-in channel selector. You can do dual delegate with this, but also include voting, have identification with this. So again, a lot of different features, a lot of advantages with this product. Now, why is this so important from a rental perspective? Well, if you just have one unit that can fit into a lot of different use cases, it's very easy to have this for your stock management, right? You don't have to have many different SKUs in your stock. You just have this one and you configure it as such, depending on your event. The same is to be said for dry hiring. If all your partners have and use the same type of product, it's very easy to dry hire between them. As you can see on the image here, this product has a touchscreen which showcases all the information during the event, but it can also be used to actually add your own custom logo specific for your event, for your customer, really to give that personal touch to it, right? It's not just that logo, but you could use it also for to show, let's say, the Wi-Fi code during the event, or to indicate a coffee break, or many other different use cases. And as you can see, this product really has a very nice design. It looks professional. It's very well built, and it combines it with a very high-class microphone. This was the wired one. On the same design, we have the Confidea Flex G4, which is our wireless system. And this wireless system works even in a very crowded RF environment. We use the new Wi-Fi 5 standard, which combines 5G, 5 gigahertz with 2.4 gigahertz, and it's really worry-free wireless. We will handle the frequency management. We will make sure that you don't have to bother about different frequencies, so that your system, your setup will work every single time. Next to the wireless setup itself, this product also has two different batteries. Both of them have 12 hours autonomy, giving you a total of 24 hours, which is very, very long indeed for your events. The advantage here also is that these are hot swappable, so you can remove one battery, replace it by another without having to actually stop the event. You can just continue without any interruptions. The batteries themselves charge in 2 hours, so that's very quick. But even if you don't want to use these batteries, the unit itself has a USB-C port on the back, which you can connect an adapter to and just power it in this way. Specifically, again, for the rental companies, we adapted this product to a push lock microphone, making it very easy to set up and install during your event. This Flex G4 is combined with the wireless access point, the WAP, where all the management is being done. And those two products really work together, forming the complete standalone system. So you don't really need anything else. The WAP has its own web page where you can configure everything, and you can just, with those two types of products, get started with your event. However, you do have the possibility to take this WAP and connect it with one of our Plexus engines, which Peter-Jan mentioned before. So why would you do that? Well, the main reason here is, for instance, to do room splitting. So if you have a main event with a lot of delegates, and at some point you want to split the room in separate breakout sessions, you can take multiple access points, combine them with the Plexus, and split the room with just a push of a button without having to rewire or create multiple setups for your event. Again, making it easier to set up, making it quicker to get everything done. On the right, you also see the charger case. So this is a rack-based charger case, which can charge up to 10 batteries simultaneously. And here again, you have a web page to see the diagnostics. How long will it take until the batteries are charged? How many times have they been charging over time? So a lot of information you can find with this product. If the Flex or the Flex G4 is not enough for your event, we can go one level up, which is the Unicos. And here again, we have all the same features as the Flex wired, but we add a monitor, a screen, and a built-in webcam into the same product. So this gives you the advantage that every single delegate has an individual camera, which cuts down on the need for dedicated camera tracking systems. I think many of you already faced difficulties in positioning cameras in good places so that every single delegate can be put into good view. But with the Unicos, you don't really need that. You cut down on these line of sight issues. And at the same time, you give a monitor to every single participant so they can follow along with the stream or the content you want to put on this device. Here again, similar to all our other wired products, it is just one cable. It is just for video and audio, the single cable. So again, on the setup time and the cabling that you need to do, you're really cutting down on cost and on time. So this is an ideal setup for a quick event. In a lot of rental events, you often need language interpretation as well. And for this, we have our Lingua ID, which is our interpreter desk. And this is a very ergonomic design, which has been developed in collaboration with interpreters themselves. So they are very keen in using this product. It's easy to use and it's fully ISO compliant. And at this moment, it is the most commonly used interpreter desk for EU institutions. Again, this is a single cable to connect us to the main system, to the Plexus system, for both audio and video. So you can have a monitor specifically for the interpreters so they can follow along with the video stream. Language interpretation is one thing. The next thing is then language distribution. For this, we have the Lingua IR, which is our infrared language distribution system. And here again, specifically for the rental companies, we made this very lightweight, very small, so the transportation of this equipment is very easy for you to do. Installation as well, because we have equipped this with an automatic delay line compensation, so you don't really have to take care of specific cable lengths or have to do specific configurations with this. We automatically configure this for you. You have the flexibility in number of languages as well. We go from 6 up to 40, depending on the type of product. But here again, it's fully ISO compliant, which means that it's interchangeable with other types of these types of products as well, making it very easy to combine and match within a rental setting. Just to make it very easy on the Lingua IR, we also have a Dante connection over there to integrate with third parties. For the nameplate itself, this is our last part I wanted to show specific within the ecosystem of Plexus. So if you don't want to mess around with cardboard nameplates or want to write everything up, adding a nameplate to your setup really pushes this to the next level when it comes to professionalism and personalization for your events. It's very easy to showcase the name, the logo, the function of the delegates during your event. And even during the event itself, you can change this if there is a typo or a change in delegates. It's very easy adaptable as you go about your day. Again, fully integrated in the conferencing system. A single wire can connect this to the setup and configurable within our software. This package, the units that I mentioned before, are all part of our Plexus network, which is something that Peter-Jan already elaborated on in the beginning of this presentation. Next to this Plexus ecosystem, we also have the Discerno. And the Discerno is really our market entry plug-and-play discussion system. So we don't include interpretation or voting or anything like that. It is simply put the units on the table, plug them in, and start your meeting, start your discussion. On the central unit, which is a tabletop unit, you can select some settings such as the recording or specific microphone modes, but that is very limited and it's just, again, for pure discussion. So this is a basic functionality system, but again, with the same high-end Televic quality stamp with the most perfect audio you can have. And then to close off my part of this webinar, I really would like to talk a little bit about Unite. And Unite is our digital wireless system, which is a product line which we recently acquired within the Televic group. And here we have many, many different use cases. So on one hand, you can use, for instance, the pocket transmitters and receivers to do guided tours. But you also have the wireless handheld with the access point, so you can extend your event, your conferencing event with a wireless microphone. So it's very easy to set up, very easy to configure. But because of these multiple applications which you have here, again, the feedback towards stock management and dry hiring is very much relevant. You don't need many different type of products to cover all of these applications. With just the Unite system, you can do silent interpretation, you can do wireless presenting, and you can do, for instance, tour guiding, and many, many more things after that. Integration also very easy. The AP4 speaks Dante, so integrating with third-party systems is very flexible. But for instance, some of these pocket transmitters also have Bluetooth or USB to link it together with other type of audio systems. So this concludes my part. And as we just finished up with the Unite system, which can be used for tour guiding, I wanted to ask the question, if we would be in the Louvre with our tour guiding system, who would be the painter of the Mona Lisa? Is that Pablo Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci, or Claude Monet? I'll leave you a couple of seconds to answer the question, and then I'll hand the floor back to Peter-Jan.
Thank you, Stefan, for this product overview in a nutshell. So I give you some information on our Conference Rental Alliance, which is a global network of partners that provide conference solutions with, of course, Televic equipment. This is a growing network that has been around for more than 5 years. The network combines local support, our manufacturer support. Yes, Televic is very closely involved, and also the support between the rental partners directly. Our partners, they have a focus on quality conference rental services, and they are selected companies with an impact on the market. Bringing partners together facilitates this easy dry hire possibilities, experience exchange, info sharing, close collaboration between rental partners in general. If you want to find out more, well, go and have a look at the Conference Rental Alliance website. And to make your life easy, we have a QR code that brings you directly there. I'll give you a few seconds to take out your smartphone and scan the code, link the website, put it in your favorites, of course, and then we'll watch a short testimonial by one of our premium partners, which is Allebrook.
The Conference Rental Alliance is a really big thing for us because we have a great communication with our partners all over Europe and also all over the world. So we have meetings every year. We can communicate to each other on special technical topics, but also on topics to the market. So it's really great to communicate with the partners because they do exactly the same thing we do, but in a different local market. And therefore we can communicate and talk about things in a really honest way and help each other to get better. That's really a big thing. And the second thing is that we do sub-rental. If we had huge requests, we help each other with Televic Flex wireless and wired material and also all the Plexus equipment. So this sub-rental is also like putting all the strengths together to really do big requests with our partners.
So we are a bit ahead of time, but we have also another poll question coming up, which is an open question. Do you want to get in touch with our Conference Rental Alliance? So we have yes, no, abstain. Again, a few questions to a few seconds to answer your poll. And then we have nearly come to the end of our webinar. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for being there. You will find the recording of this webinar on our Televic homepage, where you can also find other previous webinars, and this already by the end of the day. And for the winners of the Amazon vouchers, so they were selected and will be contacted by my colleagues as soon as possible. So our next webinar is already on November 16th and is about audio routing in Confero. So also keep that in mind. You will get also a new chance to win Amazon vouchers if you did not win them today. Following us, do not forget that social media, we are again going to make your life easy. You will find next a QR code to our LinkedIn page. And again, I'll give you a second to scan that code and then follow, of course. So again, thank you for your attention. If you want to try our demo equipment, if you want an in-depth product information, if you want to get to know more about our Conference Rental Alliance, please do not hesitate to get in touch, reach out and request for a follow-up meeting, or even contact one of our premium conference rental partners, such as Duval or Ellebrock. And no surprise, we'll make it easy again, give you a QR code. So thank you for being there. Thank you, Stefan, for the product overview.
Thank you.
And I hope to see one of you soon online or in live.
Thank you.